Hello students, welcome back to our class. In the previous session, hope we discussed about distance formula in our coordinate geometry. So, in this class, we are going to discuss about how does a line segment divided by a point within the given ratio, and if the ratio is mentioned, then what are the coordinates of a point which divides the line segment joining any 2 points. Internally in the ratio m is to n or m1 is to m2. So, the concept that we are going to discuss now is called section formula or division formula. So, what is this division formula is all about? So, that is what we are going to discuss. So, before we discuss about this, whatever we learned in the previous session, just quick recall. We discussed about distance between 2 points x1 y1 and x2 y2 is given by d is equal to root over x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square is also written as root over x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So, briefly the distance between 2 points x1 y1 comma x2 y2 is square root difference of x coordinates whole square plus difference of y coordinates whole square. And we discussed about the applications of the distance formula in order to verify whether the given points are the vertices of a triangle and any quadrilateral or not, and we discussed about when the given 3 points are said to be collinear points by using distance formula also. So, now we are going to discuss about section formula, that is what called division formula. For example, you are given a line segment. So, this is a line segment joining 2 points. The first point A is x1 comma y1 and the second point B is x2 comma y2, right. So, there is one point in between A and B. It may be in the middle, otherwise may not be in the middle of the line segment AB, means it is exactly dividing the line segment AB into 2 equal parts, may not be into 2 equal parts. For suppose this is a point, let it be some r, and this r is dividing the line segment AB into the ratio of m1 is to m2. So, what does this mean? AR is to RB is equal to m1 is to m2. Then what are the coordinates of this point R? So, that is what is called section formula or division formula. So, in order to find out section formula or division formula, we need a little bit knowledge of similar triangles. We already discussed about similar triangles in 6th chapter, when two triangles are said to be similar, and if they are similar by CPST, what can you infer about both the triangles? So, for example, there is a triangle, let it be triangle ABC, and the second triangle is triangle PQR. These two triangles are said to be similar. Since these two triangles are said to be similar, then their corresponding angles are equal, means first angle equal to first angle, second angle equal to second angle, automatically third angle is equal to third angle. Then those two triangles are said to be similar triangles. So, if two triangles are similar, then what do you say about their corresponding sides? So, if two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides are proportional, means first side by first side equal to second side by second side equal to third side by third side. It means AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR is equal to AC by PR. This is what about when two triangles are said to be similar. So, we are exactly using the same concept in order to find out the coordinates of the point R. So, hope you understand. Yeah, let us start deriving the formula for R. Let us consider 2 points, first point A x1 comma y1 and B second point, that would be x2 comma y2 are the coordinates of the points A and B, and there is a point, for example, let us suppose R is a point on the line segment AB which is dividing the line segment AB into the ratio m1 is to m2. Then what are the coordinates of the point R? Let us create one coordinate axis for the line segment AB. Generally we consider any point in the first quadrant, so that I am going to create a coordinate plane for this. So, this is y axis indicated by y, o, y dash, and this is x axis indicated by x dash o x. So, how do you know that this point A is x1 comma y1? Already we know that this point A is x1 comma y1, it means that the perpendicular distance of this point A from x axis is y1 as well as the horizontal distance is x1. That is why this point is named as x1 comma y1, right. So, let this perpendicular be some P. So, AP is perpendicular drawn on x axis. Similarly, how do you know this point is x2 comma y2? Again you will have to drop a perpendicular from B on to x axis, and then the perpendicular distance is going to be y2. So, this is y2, and what about the horizontal distance? Horizontal distance is going to be x2. So, that is why this point is going to be x2 comma y2, right. See, let this is P and this point is going to be Q. So, will you be able to identify what is the distance from P and Q? See, the distance from O and Q is x2 and the distance from O and P is x1. This part is a part of this OQ, right. So, that we can say that the distance from P and Q is going to be x2 minus x1. So, from P to Q, right. And I do not know what are the coordinates of the point R, that is what we are going to figure out. Let us suppose I am taking the point R, the coordinates of R are for example x comma y. So, my primary task is to find what is the value of x as well as what is the value of y. So, for that this is x and y is my creation. I am going to figure out the values of x and y with the help of the other information given in the problem. So, for that, since this point is x comma y, again I am going to drop one perpendicular from R onto x axis. Let this is going to be some s. Okay. See, since this is a perpendicular distance, the perpendicular distance is going to be y. So, from R to s it is y, and then from here I am going to drop one perpendicular. So, this is one perpendicular. See, from here to here it is x. So, that this total distance is going to be x, and from here to here it is x2. So, that obviously this distance is going to be x2 minus x, right. So, if it is x2 minus x, this distance also x2 minus x, and from here to here it is y1, right. From here to here it is y1, and I am dropping perpendicular from here also. So, what is this perpendicular means? This perpendicular is from here to here it is x, and from here to here it is x1. So, that this only distance is x minus x1, right. If this is x minus x1, this is also x minus x1, correct. And now going to find out the vertical distances. Once you observe, this is y1, this is also y1, but from here to here it is y and this is y1. So, that this only distance is y minus y1, right. And the total distance is going to be y2, but from here to here it is y. So, this only distance is y2 minus y. Did you understand this? So, this length is x minus x1, this length is y minus y1, this is y2 minus y, this is x2 minus x. And once observe, there are two right angle triangles formed. What are those two right angle triangles? A R, for example, this is M and this is N. See, A R M is one right angle triangle and R B N is one more right angle triangle. In these two right angle triangles, if you once observe, this AP is perpendicular to x axis and RS is also perpendicular to x axis and BQ also perpendicular to x axis. So, if every single line is perpendicular to x axis, then what can you infer about those three lines? Those three lines must be parallel lines. So, that AP is parallel to RS is parallel to BQ. If every single line is parallel, then what can you infer about this angle and this angle? Yes, those two angles are said to be interior alternate angles, corresponding angles must be equal. So, if these two angles are equal, then what do you call this triangle to this triangle? Since this angle is equal to this angle and 90 degrees equal to 90 degrees, therefore, those two triangles are said to be similar triangles. So, in this section formula, we understand one thing, that triangle AMR is similar to triangle AMR similar to RNB, triangle RNB. Since these two triangles are similar, by CPST, AM divided by Rn, which is equal to MR divided by NB, which is also is equal to AR divided by RB, right. So, first side by first side equal to second side by second side is also equal to third side by third side. If you substitute the values here, AM is going to be x minus x1 divided by Rn is equal to x2 minus x, which is equal to MR is going to be y minus y1 divided by NB is equal to y2 minus y, which is equal to y2 minus y, which is equal to AR by RB. AR is equal to M1, RB is equal to M2. So, which is equal to M1 divided by M2. See, there are totally 3 ratios which are equal, so that you can equate any 2 ratios. But we are going to find out the values of x and y. That is why I am going to equate first these 2 ratios in order to get the value of x. So, when I equate both of them, then x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x is equal to M1 divided by M2 by cross multiplication. X into M2 is equal to M2x minus x1 into M2 is x1 M2, which is equal to M1 into x2 is M1 x2 minus M1 into x is equal to M1 x. So, transpose M1 x towards left hand side and x1 M2 towards right hand side, then it will become M2 x, when you are transposing minus M1 plus M1 x is equal to, you have already M1 x2 and transposing x1 M2 that side, it would be plus M2 x1. See, this is M2 x plus M1 x, can we take one x common from both the 2 terms? So, then it is going to be x times M1 plus M2 is equal to M1 x2 plus M2 x1. Therefore, the value of x is going to be, when you transpose M1 plus M2 towards right hand side, it would become M1 x2 plus M2 x1 divided by M1 plus M2. This is the value of x. So, similarly, will you be able to guess what is the value of y here? Because when you equate these 2 terms, then y minus y1 by y2 minus y is equal to M1 by M2, will also get the value of y. Similarly, we get the value of y is going to be, see, this is the value of x in terms of x1 x2. Then if you find out the value of y, you will get the value of y in terms of y1 and y2. It means M1 into y2 plus M2 into y1 whole divided by M1 plus M2. So, this is what the formula for R, where R is the point dividing the line segment AB into the given ratio M1 is to M2. So, this way we can derive section formula. Hope you understand. So, I will just repeat this in order to remember for a long time. This is a line segment joining 2 points A x1 comma y1 and the second point B x2 comma y2 in the ratio. For example, there is a point, let it be R, in the ratio M1 is to M2 is, what is that point R? R is going to be M1 x2 plus M2 x1 divided by M1 plus M2. This is x coordinate, and what was that y coordinate we derived? That was M1 y2 plus M2 y1 divided by M1 plus M2, right. So, this is what the point R, and whose coordinates of R are M1 x2 plus M2 x1 by M1 plus M2 comma M1 y2 plus M2 y1 by M1 plus M2. This is what called section R division formula, and we have a few set of applications on this division formula or section formula. See, for example, the line segment AB, this is the line segment AB joining anyway 2 points A and B. Suppose if this R is the point lying exactly in the middle of the line segment AB, then what would be the ratio in which that R dividing the line segment AB? which is exactly in the middle, means AR is to RB is equal to 1:1. So, the ratio is going to be 1:1. It means M1 is to M2 is equal to 1:1. So, if M1 is to M2 is equal to 1:1, then the point R is said to be the midpoint of the line segment AB, midpoint of the line segment AB. And how do you find out the coordinates of the midpoint? See here, R is the midpoint, R is a point lying on AB into the ratio M1 is to M2. But now here R is called the midpoint of AB when M1 is to M2 is equal to 1:1. You just substitute 1 in the place of M1 and 1 in the place of M2, then it would become 1 into x2 is x2, 1 into x1 is x1. So, x2 plus x1 by M1 plus M2 equal to 1 plus 1, that is 2. It means x1 plus x2 by 2, similarly this would be y1 plus y2 divided by 2. They are the coordinates of the midpoint. R is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1, right? So, that I am going to write this as R is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2 comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2, right. So, these are the coordinates of the point R. R is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. You can call this as x1 plus x2 by 2. What do you mean by that x1 plus x2 by 2? x1 and x2 both are x coordinates divided by 2 means sum of x coordinates divided by 2 means the average of x coordinates comma the average of y coordinates, that is the formula for the midpoint of the line segment joining 2 points. And coming to the second one, what is the second one? For example, this point R is said to be point of bisection. Bisection is nothing but dividing into 2 equal parts. Suppose if I want to divide the line segment joining 2 points A and B into 3 equal parts, if I just want to divide the line segment AB into 3 equal parts, then what do you call those 2 points lying on the line segment AB? Because if you want to divide the line segment AB into 2 equal parts, then we need 1 point in between A and B. Suppose if you want to divide the line segment AB into 3 equal parts, we need just 2 points on this line segment AB. So, those 2 points are, for example, this is one point P and this is one point Q. It means AP is to PQ is to QB is equal to 1:1:1. So, they are AP value means the line segment AP, line segment PQ, line segment QB, all those 3 are equal. Then what do you call these points P and Q? See, if this is a point R dividing the line segment AB into 2 equal parts, that is said to be the midpoint, otherwise the point of bisection also. But here the line segment AB is divided into 3 equal parts by 2 points, then those 2 points are said to be points of trisection. Tri is nothing but 3 equal parts. So, that is why these points P comma Q are said to be points of trisection, points of trisection. So, then what are the coordinates of the points of trisection? Let us just imagine the ratio. What are the coordinates of this point P first of all? See, AP is to PQ is to QB is equal to 1:1:1 means first part equal to second part equal to third part. But if you consider only P, then how does that P divide the line segment AB? In which ratio? This is one part, these are 2 parts. So, that for P it is going to be 1:2. So, then for P in the sense AP is to PB is equal to 1:2, then the point P is going to be, if we substitute 1 in the place of M1 and 2 in the place of M2, then it is going to be 1x2 plus 2x1. 1x2 plus 2x1 means what? x2 plus 2x1 divided by M1 plus M2 means 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Similarly, the next one is y2 plus 2y1 divided by 3. So, this is one point of trisection, and what is the other point of trisection? That is Q. How does this Q dividing the line segment AB into the ratio AQ is to QB? So, here AQ is 2 parts and QB is 1 part. So, that AQ is to QB is going to be 2 is to 1, right. So, if it is 2 is to 1, then what are the coordinates of the point Q? Q is going to be m1 x2, 2x2 plus 1x1, 2x2 plus 1x1 means 2x2 plus x1, right. So, 2x2 plus x1 divided by 3 comma 2y2 plus y1 divided by 3. So, these 2 points are said to be points of trisection. These two are very much important applications of section or division formula. Hope you understand what is division formula and what is the formula for the midpoint and what are the formula for internal division, and when 2 points are said to be points of trisection. Hope you understand. Thank you.